Okay, yeah, I got this new mic plugged up. If you guys can hear me, just let me know if you can hear me pretty clearly. Hey, Miss Claudia, hold on for 1 second. Let me see something right here. Let me fix something here. Just give me one moment. Hey, Miss Khadijah, can you guys hear me pretty good? Because like I said, I got this little mic clip to me. I just didn't want to be too loud. Okay, cool. Okay, so got everything set up. I don't want to knock nothing over. But I don't know. I just kind of want to get straight into it. So let me see. Can you guys see my screen pretty good? Let me see. Can I blow it up here? Okay. All right. Can you guys see the screen? And I just go ahead and get started. So let me see. Hey, TC. I was trying to see, can y'all see my screen really good where you can see this text message? Can y'all see it? And I won't hold y'all up too long. But awesome. Great. Okay, so basically, this was about buying the underwear, right? So in the text message, I'm gonna read it to y'all. It says, do my part. And so that's, of course, it was an extended conversation, but this is the only clip that was shown. So he says, yes, I'm paying the bills and the mortgage and being the provider and protector that you want me to be. Then the little things like me needing new socks, long johns should be handled by you. That's a part of upkeeping the home. So sis was like, what I look like. Part of you being a provider is providing for yourself. You a whole grown man. So Mr. Man was like, you missing the point. We'll talk when I get home. So for me, I have a lot of questions about that because, like I say, it's kind of what's what I'm looking for. It's kind of one-sided, but I really want to know what kind of man is he? Is he just a good guy who just wants you to pick up some draws, or is he like the type of man that's like overbearing and no matter what you do, everything is wrong? It's nothing ever right. That's what I was kind of wondering. So, with that being said, I was thinking, and I'm gonna read some opposing comments that's different from my opinion too. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. So for me, I feel like as an adult, we all have our own responsibilities, and taking care of ourselves is one of them. I understand having a spouse that's nice enough to do things for you, but in the same breath, I'm not expecting my spouse to buy my personal items. That's me. That's who I am. I know with my husband, I asked him a question about this, right? My husband has never expected me to buy his underwear, but when I had this conversation last night with him, he was like, well, yeah, the woman should buy the drawers. And I'm like, you ain't never asked me to buy your underwear. Like, never. What are you talking about? And I'm thinking, don't side with this man. Because when I read the text message, I'm kind of looking into it and I'm seeing it the way how can I put this? I'm seeing what he did not say. He did not say, hey, proud mixed child, TC Claudia, Miss Khadijah. So but I'm kind of seeing what he didn't say. He didn't say the house wasn't clean. He didn't say the kids wasn't taken care of. He didn't say that he wasn't being physically taken care of. So I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, you don't have another list of things that's wrong. So why are you sweating her for underwear? It's your drawers. I mean, I'm like, if the roles was reversed, right? I'm thinking if she asked him to go buy like some feminine stuff, this man would not do it. If she had just something, I'm gonna just take a stab at it. If she asked him to go to the store and buy some anti-itch cream for something that's down bottom, that man would be caught dead going down the aisle and he know it. But he's sitting up there ragging her about buying long johns, socks, underwear, saying it's upkeep of the home, but upkeep of the home is making sure the meals is fresh, making sure the house is clean, if you decide to decorate, making sure you decorate good. And I'm thinking, okay, this woman seems like she doing everything for you but buying your drawers. And then here you sneak in complaining about something you should buy yourself. I mean, I don't get it. Let me go ahead and just read some comments. I'm gonna show y'all this because it's a lot of people that sees things different than me, right? So this person says That is what selfish looks like. If he's a provider, then she's the helpmate. She's supposed to take care of him as well. It's not a one-way relationship. A relationship is a balance. You do for each other, and I hope he left her. See, you know what? No man picked me with that little part where you said, I hope he left her. I hope you ain't got no man either. How about that? So anyway, I'm just talking crazy. But honestly, I don't think that's what selfish looks like, because he's not saying she's not doing her job, period. He just pressed about some underwear. And if someone leaves you over some underwear, there's a bigger issue there that has nothing to do with this text message at all. I just didn't like that comment. Then it's like 35 people like, yeah, girl, you're right, girl. And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, you could be a helpmate, but not be a babysitter. Like, I just feel like, come on, you're a grown man. You can't pick out your own drawers. Now, it's one thing if he works something like night shift and he's not able to stop by because maybe the store is going to be closed or whatever the case may be. I can understand, or how can I put this? It could be like he get off work, the stores ain't open yet, or he get ready to go, the stores are closed. I could see that, but just like, lady, buy my drawers, where are my socks, where's my long johns? It's like, sir, come on now, really. I'm gonna try to read another one, because I'm telling you, I ain't write nothing up here, but these folks do not see life the way I do, and that's okay. But okay, here it is. Okay, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Marriage is meant to be mutual. I don't know anyone who took one-sided vows. So you mean to tell me this woman just fell as a wife over some drawers? Ma'am, I buy my own drawers. I don't tell my husband go get some. Hey, I got holes in my drawers. You right next to the store. Go get me some drawers. I would never do that. I don't know. I told y'all I be seeing life different sometimes. Okay, let me see. What else? Let me see. Okay, here go another one. Yeah, she wrong. If the man provides all of her wants and needs, the least she could do is make sure her man got what he needs and is comfortable. Some women forget that a man should be catered to as well. Who's to say that she's not being catered to, y'all? I mean, he's not being catered to. He did not say, you don't please me in any kind of way. He's not saying, well, when I come home, it ain't no hot meal. He didn't say that. He didn't say, oh, when I come in, I want some hot bath water. He didn't say that. Okay, when I come in, I don't need the kids toy strolled everywhere. He didn't say that. So, and it could be physical too. He never said his physical needs wasn't met. So what is this? So now all of a sudden, girl, oh Lord, these ladies, look, there's nothing wrong with being single, but like, have a sense of reality about stuff. Come on now. I would never. Let me see. It says, okay, let me see, can I get this up here? Why am I acting like I don't know how to do StreamYard no more? It says everyone's marriage is different. There's no cookie cutter way to have a marriage. And I totally agree with that. I totally agree, because I look at it like this. I feel like if that man's needs is being met, then what's the problem? I'm one of the people, if something is not broke, don't try to fix it. If that woman, you come in, you got your hot meal. Hey, House of Princess, y'all check out her channel, y'all. Please check her out. She has great content. And then also, watch me mess this up. She also has a website where you can get lip gloss, hair, all this really cool stuff. Miss Princess, if you don't mind, can you throw your website up there too? Okay, so I'm also looking at the fact that it says, what did it say? Proud Miss Child says, okay, I never asked my wife to buy my personal items. That's what I go to work for. And we both are that sum of our parts. Wait a minute, why I can't read. And outdo ourselves and each other equally as we should. We have a mutual understanding. Okay, and that's perfect. That's fine. But I could just never see a man coming to a woman saying, oh, my drawers got skid marks in them. I need more drawers. What is your problem? Or I got extra holes in my drawers. Can't you buy me some drawers? It's like, well, this woman already doing everything. Y'all already know, if you are a woman, and whether you have kids or whether you don't, if you in a relationship, it's always something to do. It's always something to do. It's always something to get into. It's like your job is never done. So I just wouldn't see myself, and I'm not a man, I understand that, but I just cannot see myself as a man being angry with this woman about some drawers. I don't get it. I'm sorry. It says, okay, they just mad because ain't nobody paying their bills. I think those women are the definition of single and miserable. You can be happy and single, and that's fine. I was like that for years before I got married. But I don't understand. Like, it's like these women are willing to be slaves. That's just what I see. I could be wrong, but look, that's just how I view it. Let me see something else, Chad, because it was tripping. It says, ouch, that's looking like a gift horse in the mouth. I would buy a whole room full of socks and long johns if that's what the dude wanted for essentially keeping me in the house and home. This is the issue with that. If that man lived by himself, he's got to be a provider for himself, right? So he's got to make sure he pay his mortgage regardless, rent regardless, if that's what he got, utilities regardless. This man got to survive on his own anyway. So why can't he buy his own drawers? What's the problem? I don't get it. Help me. So let me see. It says life changes. If something happens and the husband needs to buy some underwear, then so be it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with needing underwear. That time is gonna come. But I wouldn't just pressure somebody and say, listen, like, I don't know what's wrong with you today, but like, I understand you got all that going on. You're doing all this with the kids, you're doing all this with the house, you redecorating, you're doing this, you're doing that, you vacuuming, you cleaning, you washing the dishes, you're doing whatever. But come on now. You could have at least got my drawers. You see my long johns. It's like, okay, well, what are you doing? See, let me backtrack. I blame this on these mamas that coddle these boys. When it's okay to be, to, I guess, spoil them to a certain extent. Because, I mean, I'm spoiled, so, I'm going to take up for spoiled people. But not to the point where, a boy grows up to be a man and he feels like the wife should take his mom's place and just like baby him and coddle him. Because I feel like that's childish to really even go home and start a whole argument over some drawers. I don't get that. It's like, look, I don't know what to say about it. I take that back. It's a lot I could say. I'm trying to hold back because I don't want to be mean, but I'm going to look at something else. Okay. Now, this one that says, I'm not catering to any man, I'm not going to read that one because she kind of got twisted up and confused. So, she don't know what side she's on. Okay. Let me see. So, this one, she is lazy. With Amazon, oh my God. She is lazy, is what the lady's saying. And with Amazon, she wouldn't even have to leave the house to make her man feel special. Okay. I don't really think the woman's lazy because, like I said, once again, he's not giving out a laundry list of things that she's not doing right, if that makes sense. But listen, I get it. I get it. But it's just as far as just, I don't know. I just kind of feel like if a person is doing everything for you, you could at least buy your own underwear. I mean, really. And then let me see. So this man says, I came home one day from a long ride home from work to find that my fiance filled my dresser drawer with all new t-shirts, undies, and socks. I was totally thrown off guard, and that has never been done for me. I love this woman, and she looked out for me. I will murder him for a minute. I believe you the type of person that put on the same drawers over and over, whether it's holes in it or not, and shirts and socks and all that. And she just broke down and bought you some stuff because she's sick of your drawer tearing up in the dryer. How about washing machine? How about that? But no, honest to goodness, that is sweet. I mean, it's sweet if you just wake up one day and you just want to do it. Because even with my husband, I've seen underwear on sale and I picked it up, but I just never just had my mind made up that like, yeah, it's my job, it's my responsibility. I can see the responsibility if, you're buying for like your child or, maybe a person that's staying with you, but just not like, wow, like really? Like you're a horrible person because you ain't bought my drawers and I got all these holes in them. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I don't understand it. Just look, help me if I'm wrong. Cause I mean, like I said, I ain't right about everything, but don't tell my husband it. Okay. Miss Child says, when your priorities are in order, you can always provide for self. And that's what I learned from both my parents coming up. Plus, I wouldn't recommend anything from my wife if I ever needed anything. I'd ask. Right. And see, that I'm the same way. Like, I would never look at my husband and go, well, you went to the mall or you went to the store and you see my underwear. Like, come on. I would never do that. I just, Anyway, let me see. Let me see. I need to get this StreamYard link. It's been a minute since I've actually posted it. I forgot to do it now. I mean, it's been so darn. Oh yeah, the invite button. Okay, I'm gonna read one more comment. Well, maybe two more. He has probably mistreated or cheated on her in the past. No one starts out this way. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna touch that, but he needs to focus on himself. There's nothing to talk about. She doesn't see his value. Let me read that again. He needs to focus on himself. There's nothing to talk about. She doesn't see his value. This is somebody that's never had a real relationship. Cause I mean, it's like, cause to me, I'm seeing a bunch of comments where the women are like, leave the relationship. You wanna know why? Because they want that man. They waiting on that. They wait on another text message say, oh, he left me or I left him, and they gonna hunt that man down and try to get with him. These women are like some thirsty wolves to me. Now I could be wrong, but I'm gonna just be wrong on them. Okay, Beyonce. Let me scroll past that. And I get the whole marriage is a two-party. I mean, he's not saying that she don't do. It's just that he tripping off some underwear. Like, I don't know if these women are looking too deep or I'm just choosing not to think about it. Because, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. Buy your own draws. If I happen to see something on sale, cool. If not, whatever. Whatever. Let me see something. Gonna invite. Copy clipboard. Copy. So if anybody want to come up, then that's fine. Because I wasn't going to hold nobody long no way. So. Let me see. So there's a link if anybody want to, click on it and talk to me. Because like I said, I mean, I see a lot of opposing comments. She definitely needs to be on her own because she ain't wifey material. Girl, shut up. Because I mean, no. I mean, that doesn't mean that she's not qualified to be a wife because she's not, buying that. I mean, that's just, some people don't want to buy your drawers. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It just means that's something you should get yourself. I mean, I don't expect my husband to buy my drawers and my bras and stuff. He better not ever try to buy me no bra. That's gonna be a mess. But no ma'am. Nope. And it says, yeah, she absolutely doesn't deserve him. Guys, I don't think it's that deep. I just really don't. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Go to comments. Okay, here we go. It says some things should just not be post LOL because it can open up a can of worms that's embarrassing. I mean, I just feel like I don't know if the wife posted that or the husband posted it, but it just seems to me like it's just nothing to argue about. And I think that for all of these strong opinions of people saying, oh well no, she's failing as a wife. There's one where I think I read where they said that the woman misunderstood the assignment or something like that. And I'm thinking, listen, like, stay by yourself if you're gonna be that kind of picky because he's not saying she's not pouring into him. It's just that, underwear is something we all should pick up. Cause what if she goes and buys his underwear and she buys the wrong size? He's gonna fuss, he's gonna complain, he's gonna say, you're not keeping up with me as a wife. Okay. And if it's a pair of underwear that he just really, really don't like, or I don't like that. Why did you buy that? Da, da, da. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. So I think in this situation, she probably can't win for losing. But I just kind of feel like I just don't understand why this was posted amongst people who obviously there's no way in the world these women are in relationships. I'm talking about solid relationships because the stuff that's being said, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It says he needs to leave immediately. She's trifling and lazy. Okay, so this woman is, you don't know what to actually say that you don't know what this woman doing behind closed doors. She could be a whole slave behind closed doors for all we know. So to sit back and say that this woman's lazy, we have to have proof of that because he didn't say that in the text message. He never said you don't do nothing. All you do is suck up air and live off me. He never said that. So I don't know. But once again, I mean, if you have an opinion, whether it's different from mine or not, I've been reading a bunch of opposing opinions this whole time. So listen, if and by the way, check out the house of the princess. Please make sure y'all check out her channel. You'll love it, trust me. But I just look at it like this. I mean, I don't get it. So like I said, here comes TC, I'm tripping. Okay, let me get you up here right quick. TC, you hear me, baby?
I hear you loud and absolutely clear. What's going on? Oh,
Let me unplug this mic. That's what that is. Can you hear me?
oh yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I think what it is with this mic, I'm gonna unplug it. I couldn't hear you with that. I think the sound just coming through the mic. Hey TC, how you doing, sis?
What's up? This is great, sis. I love it. I love the conversation. And of course, these kinds of conversations are always controversial, yet
Right,
very important, but important to have because there's a
right,
lesson in it. And I
right,
like the way that you always conduct yourself because you you try to make sense of it at the same time you try to see all areas and angles of it. So
right. Thank you.
here's what I did want to say.
Hmm.
We take life for granted.
Hmm.
And when we take life for granted, we take our loved ones and even regular everyday people for granted.
Amen. That's true.
And we take everybody for granted by allowing the negative, manipulative, non necessary conversations to
Hmm.
be had. We complain and we just don't see, like, when we say in college at HBCUs, half, look at the glass half full,
Right,
Mo,
right.
and not half empty. Look at the glass half full.
Amen.
You have a wife, you have a husband,
Hmm.
you have, and I'm gonna just say, just in life, you have a mother, you have a father, you have children. Let's, number one, as best possible, be appreciative and be grateful.
Amen. I definitely agree. I
Okay,
definitely
and
agree.
we're in an age and an era now that, listen, it's not the older people that are passing away. I mean, we have young folks that are passing away. Look at Tracy Braxton, and I'm only mentioning her because lots of people know her, and she
Right.
was only 50,
Yeah, she was still young. I mean, still young.
still young, vivacious, vibrant, didn't even look 50, and on and on.
Mm.
And so, we have to think what is important. I think for some odd reasons, I don't know why these people want to stick to this is what it is to be a wife and this is what it is to be a husband.
Right.
There's things for me, like who picks the underwear is not the thing for me. The thing for me is the character and
Hmm.
the integrity and the love of the Most High.
Amen.
That's numero uno, the Most High. You have a relationship with the Most High. Do you understand what's good and what's bad and what's right and what's wrong? And it's not,
Right.
the right and wrong is not about whether or not you picked out the underwear, she picked out the underwear, whatever. Because at the beginning of my mother and father's relationship, my mother did everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then and then midway, my some things happened. My mom got sick, and then my father had to do.
Right. Right.
Okay, he wasn't less of a man because he was getting maxi pads for her. He
Right.
wasn't less,
Right.
he wasn't less. As a matter of fact, he was like, "You good? You got, He was even, saying, little, young, little girl, you got yours. You all right? I'm going to the store. Because see, we buy in bulk. I mean, so I'm just
Right.
saying, we buy in bulk. We buy for, and if someone's gonna need potatoes, then everybody get potatoes. They're going to, if I
Right.
get a
Right.
bag of carrots, everybody gonna get a bag of carrots. You see what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and then my mother got better. My mother got well. Good. And then at the end, my father got really sick, had an aneurysm,
Hmm.
and
Oh, wow.
he couldn't do for himself.
Right. Right.
And my mother did. So you see, God, the Most High is very interesting
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know where these people read these. I don't know if it's in the Bible somewhere that they say that the woman has to go and get the underwear, because I'm not understanding
Right.
that.
Right.
Okay, what a wife is supposed to do. The word provide, I think, can be very ambiguous. The English language is all messed up. People's comprehension is all messed up. But life is this:
Right.
you do
Right.
what you got to do for the people that you love.
That's it.
And if
That's it.
I have to go out and get whatever and do what I need to do, for my loved one because they can't do anymore, and a situation is someone may not be working anymore and they don't have it like that anymore. We do for each other.
Right, right. And see, for me, that's totally understandable. If you're in a position where you can't do it, whether, something happens where you're sick or, something happens where you just flat out can't do it, then that's fine. But it just seems to me
Right.
like with this man, he just got this, oh, you better, because this is a part of your duties and this is a part of, you taking care of the home because I'm paying a mortgage and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm like, sir, if this woman never existed and you lived home alone, you would have the same thing. You would still have to take care of yourself.
Still,
so it's like,
there you
go. Because I asked my mom. Now, my mom's been married to my dad for like 42 years. If I'm 40, it's been 42 years. And she says he's never asked. She said, now, if she happens to see something that's on sale or she think it's a great deal, yeah, she'll go ahead and pick it up. But just as
Absolutely.
far as like he's walking in the door and he has a list of demands and do it or else, it's like, like he's never done it. And he was sitting right there. He had no comments about it. He was like, whatever, because I feel like this. I mean, it all depends on what's going on. If this man is going to buy a power suit, or if this man is going to buy the new Jordans, or if he's going to buy a fitted cap, or whatever the case may be, well, he can swing by one of the stores and get some underwear, whether it's in a pack or whether it's not. I mean, that's how I see it. It's just I just feel like if you're married to somebody, you shouldn't take advantage of them. I mean, if they're already doing things too, because I feel like just because she may not be, which I'm just assuming, I don't know if the woman actually has a regular 9 to 5, but just saying that she's at the house or she works from home, I really feel like as long as that person is taking care of the basic needs, what's the problem? I mean, that's how I see it.
Right.
What's the problem? I mean, you come in, you're letting her know what you want. You walk in the door, the food is hot, you see the steam off of it, or you say, hey, look, some women you don't have to ask. Say, hey, look, I'm coming out for work and I work 16 hours. Can you run my bath water? Some women you don't have to ask, just do it. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I just felt like he was just nitpicking. That's what I just kind of felt like he was nitpicking and he just wanted something to complain about. I feel like she probably does everything pretty well, and he just kind of found something, because you have people that are like that. It's perfect. Everything is perfect. I got to find something wrong, and I believe that's true. What he's doing. I think that's what it is. Okay, Proud says, I have to go, Mo. It was nice to contribute to my thoughts to the conversation. You stay safe and bless everybody. Take care. Okay, Proud. It was nice seeing you. Yes, but yeah, and rest in peace, Tracy Braxton. I really hate that. I really do. That really shocked me, because I hate to say it in a bad way, but I kind of figured that someone went first, it would probably be one of the parents. I mean, that's really what I thought, but you never know. You never know when your time is. And I think it's so sad to be, a parent and have to bury your child. I mean, because, that's one of the things that they're not expecting, So my parents tell me all the time, I'm looking for you to bury me. I had a policy that got everything done. And who knows who may go first? I may have a few years on this earth. I may not. Who knows? But I mean, it's just wow. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it, but
what's really interesting, Mo, is that we're in an age in an era where, I don't really wait for my queen to ask me to do anything. Right. I don't, because you know why? Because we all live in a house together, right? We all live, all of us live. You live in your home, and Miss K lives in her home, and Proud lives in her home. And I'm sure that each and every one of us need toilet tissue, right?
Right.
Okay. Yep. We need paper towel. We on our cell phones and all devices all the time. So there's certain things that I automatically know, especially, when things are happening. And I would never like,
when that cash get low. Yeah.
Right. And what I always say is, like, when it comes down to, listen, I have, some people and where the toilet tissue, paper towel, certain amenities, I just go, I get it and just have it. There's no need in asking.
Right. Now I can see someone being upset about about that type of stuff, because that TP and being in a bind can be something else. I can understand, like, come on, please get the toilet paper, especially if they're out and about, but just doggone,
And don't, and that's what I'm
you know,
saying. Those things you shouldn't even have to ask. Like, whoever
right,
picks it up can pick it up. You see it. You see it in the. Well, pay attention. You see it
right,
in the pantry or wherever you keep your, well, not in the pantry, but in the in the place where you keep your tissue and whatnot. You see that. So if you
right.
see if it's low, you be like, oh, you know what? I'm getting ready to run out. Oh, okay. I'll pick some. I'll pick it up. I use tissue too. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know men don't think that they use tissue, but I hope they do
Right. 'Cause
sometime.
my husband swear he don't, because I'm the one that roll through them. But I mean, he do. But it's just
Yeah,
now with me,
right,
I pick it up because I mean the reason why I do is I guess because I kind of use it more than he do. So yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
keep it. We
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to it more. But
Right.
again, in a marriage, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if I don't use it and I know you need it
Mm-hmm.
because you need it for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Then I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm gonna make it so, because then that's a one less stop you'll have to make. Or
Right.
that's,
Right.
hold on to yours. I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all the same household. It's just the way I watch other people and other ethnicities, and I watch how they really get it, work it together.
Mm-hmm.
I look at some of the old school men and women that were very progressive in their thought. And
Right.
I'm like, wow, that's the role model I'm looking at. I'm looking forward to. And I always say, listen, gas in the car. I tell my queen, I don't want you, having to, come out at night and have to go get gas.
Right.
Because it's a lot going on in every city. I don't care where you're from, the south, the north, the east, the west, wherever you're from. It's
Yep.
stuff going on everywhere, Mo. Black women have to be very, very mindful and very, very careful.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Amen. That's true.
Okay.
Even here in this little small country town, people, start fights and do all kind of crazy stuff at these gas stations, and you never know.
Yes.
They may not be interested in you, but you may end up getting caught in the middle because here
In the
people are
middle.
crazy about shooting. So yeah, that's understandable. I do all
That's
my
why I
stuff in
say,
the morning if need be. If I can't, I just let it wait till the next morning. So yeah,
right.
because
But I'll make sure I know that she drives, and I know that, I drive. So
right,
I will make sure I'll go and get it, go get the gas.
right,
And the same thing, if I need to, I know that we drive our cars, brakes eventually, tires eventually. Let me take a look, let me see what's what, let me take it somewhere, let me check it out. Boom, boom,
right,
boom, and bang, bang, bang.
right,
That's,
right.
because if somebody's looking out for the cookout for you, then look out for them.
Right. Hey, Al Skinner. Hey, 5'9" plus size beauty. Hey, but yeah. But like I was saying, it's just that, for me, I don't know. All I can tell you is like, I'm pretty much a young buck in the game when it comes to marriage. So it's like, for me, I understand it's a lot that I need to, like, learn and grow and all that. But it's just that I just don't see myself pressuring someone for something I'm supposed to have. You know what I mean? Because I just kind of look at it like, okay, if I'm by
Right,
myself, and if I was a man and I'm by myself, I would take care of it. I'd be more embarrassed that my wife or whatever has to freaking wash my clothes and there's all these holes and I don't even think enough of myself to go get clean and fresh underwear. I mean, that's kind of how I see it.
yeah,
I understand
ooh,
want the holes a little bit more comfortable, but at some point you have to let that go and get the new stuff. So I don't know. It's just I don't know, because I mean I was kind of looking at what he didn't say. You know what I mean? Because I can understand.
mm,
It seems to me like if it was a problem across the scale, it looks to me like he would have sent a text and said something different. Like, hey, you need to step it up as a wife, and the house ain't clean, and I see clutter, or the kids is disheveled
right,
and toys strolled everywhere. I almost broke my ankle on a toy, just whatever. But it didn't really go that deep to say that she was even that they even had kids or anything. But I mean, it just seems to me like that's his only complaint. I'm like, well, look, I mean, if you see a person that's doing for you and they're really, really doing for you, I just don't see that as a complaint. Like I don't know. I mean, I could just be tripping, but like
Hey
I
Mo,
said,
hey Mo, how long were they married?
it didn't say. It was just that one little text message, and that was it. Let me see. Can I scroll back up? It was just that one little thing, and that was it. And so, and like I say, it was that, she does not understand the assignment. Is it? Can you see that, or is that small?
It's too small for my eyes, but yeah.
It probably is. Let me see something. Let me blow it up. Okay, what about now?
And are there any holidays? There's no major holidays coming up, right? Because they say people like to start the issues around holidays and stuff, so they can get out of doing whatever it is they're supposed to be doing.
I would not be. My husband better not even try it. That's all I can tell him. They better not. Don't even do it.
I get it.
No, I don't think, but I could be wrong though. Don't hold me to that. Because I know next month is what? Cinco de Mayo? I do know that.
Yeah, so April is Easter.
St. Patrick's Day. No, we already
St. Patty's Day already passed.
It's already passed. Yeah, I think that's all this month.
Okay, so Easter's coming up.
Right. Easter, Cinco de Mayo. Let me see. First day of Asian. What's that? Let me read this. Asian Pacific American Day. Now that's new. I want to look into that. I'm gonna be nosy and look into that.
Yeah, there's Asian Pacific. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's in May though. So, but yeah, you're right. Some people do cut up around the holidays, but it's just I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's just sad to just even harass somebody about that, unless they're just not able. Because I understand totally not being able. I can see someone being wheelchair bound because you can still, handle your responsibilities as far as paying the bills and still be in a wheelchair. So I don't know. It's just that I just really didn't like how this woman was kind of just raked over the coals. It was like, oh, he needs to leave her because who knows? They may be in a relationship where they may be in a rocky space right now. And then you hear all of these people saying, leave her. She's not doing her job. And he could be. He may screw up his whole marriage over that. And these women are not going to be there to hold him at night. They're not going to be there. So
they're really not. And I know one rocky space, you look, when you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship, yes, you have your rocky moments. You're absolutely right. You very interesting. And it was mostly women.
Yeah, it's mainly okay. The name of this thing is called Crime with Kissy. But see, I said Chrissy the last time because her old blog was Chrissy, but I believe somebody doxed her over some opinions or something like that. And I think she just kind of changed it a little bit. Because I remember, like, this is like petty, of course, but she's a blogger and she always has interesting topics. And at some point she had a disagreement with another woman, and I think the lady here, Chrissy, had called her ugly, and they went and dug up all these old photos before her surgery, and they just raked her. It's like they basically hunted her down, and I was like, okay, it's not that serious. Like, she had surgery. At this point, it's kind of popular, like, whatever. So, I don't know. Yeah, she had some work done to look the way she looks, and they just over the coals for it. So, and it's been a long time because this is my first time actually coming back over there and just being nosy, and I'm just kind of seeing a lot of changes here because it looks like she's a relationship coach or something like that. So she probably has several businesses knowing her. I mean, but
it's just interesting how it's always women who seem to be the hardest on a woman. And we, and I find that sad. I find that to be very sad, and just somewhat very distasteful.
It's just painful to me. I mean, and these are not even older women that are saying this. I mean, I could get a little old school saying, "Yeah, girl, go do it." I mean, whatever, but just not. To me, these women seem like they're just desperate. They're just waiting for somebody's husband to fall off so they can just grab them or whatnot.
So they can grab them. Oh, wow.
The thing about it is, if they were to get into these relationships, they're not going to do all this stuff that they fussing about. They know they're not. They know they're not. Once they do the basics and then get the food done and then please them physically if they have to or whatever that may be, they ain't gonna be studying nothing else. You're washing your clothes, you're doing all this, you're doing all of that, taking care of kids on top. What if you bring kids into the marriage? It's a lot. So it's like, come on now. they're like, oh, that's the only complaint he got. I'm like, who knows what kind of man he is? I mean,
Exactly.
he's painting her out to be the bad guy. And that's what I don't understand it. Honestly, I just kind of feel like, this is petty. And this is not something that I would just take and bring to the forefront for the world to see. Because I feel like if you love your spouse, you wouldn't embarrass your spouse like that. Because even though
there you go,
names or faces, I just wouldn't do it.
There you go. And see, that speaks to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you saying it, because that speaks to character. Yeah. Something like this is definitely not, it's just not right. And to put your business out like that, don't do it. If you love your wife, if you love your husband, even if it's a significant other, you don't do those things. Right. That's not something you expose to the world. Keep something a little sacred in your home, whether or not it's a challenge, or it's something that's a good thing, or but keep something sacred.
Right.
Folks is just out here willy-nilly, lottie-dottie and everybody, and I don't like that. That's disgraceful to me, really.
Right. And it is. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at it like, dang, like I could just see this man kind of pulling up this stuff and saying, look what all these women are saying about you. And I'm thinking, like, I could never, ever, ever, ever do my spouse like that. Even if I get mad and feel like he deserves it, I would never do that. I mean,
there you go.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you love a person, you wouldn't hang them out to dry. Plus, it's the internet. I mean, this is going to be talked about years later. Someone's going to still find that article, still pull it up, and still talk about this woman like a dog. I'm sitting here like, listen, like, I wanted to, I don't know if she submitted it or he submitted it, but whoever submitted it, it was just wrong. It was just wrong.
Right, right.
Because I wouldn't. I mean, if some people are just bad, they're just bad. But I just wouldn't go all out my way to say, hey, look how bad my husband is, or look how bad my wife is. It's like, I wouldn't.
Nope. I'm with you on that one. Some things need to be kept where they are, and that's in your home.
Right. Let me see. Can I find something right quick? Let me see. See if I got, okay, I guess I done took the thing back off because I was looking at another comment and I'm thinking, let me see. Here's another one. It says, okay, got this stuff about to knock over. It says, girl, you need to be single. The least you can do is make sure the provider is provided for by you. I got 33 years in the game and mine don't have the need for new socks. I already anticipated it and got them before he needs them. I mean, that's you though. That's how I see it. That just, whatever, I mean, all I can say is my husband buys his own. I don't, he ain't never said, oh, well, you go into the store, pick up my drawers. He just never did it. So I don't know. There's nothing wrong with caring, but it's just that I just don't really think that this woman is a really bad person and needs to be wrecked over the coals. That's what
exactly.
That's exactly what I think. Because I could just bet you that she probably just, come in and make sure everything is good. And then she sits down and probably has to wash the clothes and, he's complaining. He just wants something to complain about. He may just already had a chip on his shoulders or had a little attitude. They get a little too sometimes. So it just could be just him being petty.
A complaining man.
Yeah.
That has the audacity to, I don't know who submitted, but if he submitted, a complaining man that submits to social media,
right?
That is,
let him have it, TC.
He's broken the covenant between God and him.
Right.
He's broken the covenant, because if you have an issue with your wife or your husband, you're supposed to speak to them.
Yeah. That's right. Well, technically by default he did, but he just kind of shared it, which made it worse. But I don't know. I just I mean, because I could just see him come home. Look at all of this. She said you need to be fired. She said you don't understand the assignment. She said this. And it's like, whoa, look at all these people that's coming into your marriage. I mean, that's one way to end it, is have everybody and their mama in your marriage. Everybody's got a strong opinion. And then you already feel some kind of way. That sinks in before you know it. You've been made a bad decision. But, you know, hopefully, because I don't know him, but hopefully, you know, this will just be something that passes. But
Yeah.
even if it's no name shown, this is still not something I would just share with some random person on the internet. I just wouldn't do it, especially this blogger here, because I mean, she doesn't care. I mean, you know, this is all news for her. Trying to scroll down.
Commentary, right? Just commentary.
That's it. And I don't even think this lady's married herself, but it just, to me, it's just with the, I kind of have more issues with the women more than anything. I'm gonna click on somebody's page. Let me get off of this. Okay. All right. It's just, for me, I just don't understand why their opinions are that strong. It's like, really?
For someone they don't know, don't have all the information, and it could be a myriad of reasons why this and why that and so forth. And then here's the thing, Mo. When you say stuff and you're really not fully aware of all of the circumstances and scenarios that are in that situation, you say what you have to say. You can't take that stuff back.
Amen. You sure can't. You sure can't. You cannot.
Now you done said it. That's why be mindful, y'all. Before you go, see that's erratic behavior to me. I don't like it when people have to respond instantaneously. And I think as the Most High made us the quote unquote most intelligent, right?
Right.
And we're stewards over everyone.
So they say.
But the daggone dogs and cats and the birds and everybody, the birds know that they're gonna be provided for. They're not worrying about the others not providing for their underwear. They're not worried about that.
Right.
The geese know that they're gonna get food.
Right.
They know eventually there's gonna be some rainfall. It's a drought right now. They know that the creator of the creation is gonna provide.
Amen.
How come we don't understand it and shut your mouth or talk to the person you need to talk to? And that's my message. Talk to the person you need to talk to before we go out blurting out information in these ethers and in these, you know, in these atmospheres. Be careful.
Right.
Because if you love and respect your people, then just come on, just communicate with them.
Right.
And then maybe later, you know, once y'all, you know, gotten through it and whatever, maybe in a month or two, or maybe even a year down the line, y'all can sit back and laugh at this and say, you know what? We were going through something about some underwear, but this is what we did. And this is how we did it. And see, it's different because it's not coming from a vain. It's not a vain type of thing. It's not malicious. It's not controlling. It's this is what we hit. This is what happened. We got through it, and we had a breakthrough all at the same time. Thank goodness. Right.
Because really, it's just minor. But it just, like I say, it just also makes me, you know, feel like, you know, what type of man is he? I mean, it makes me wonder, is he borderline abusive? Like, you know, every man's not a good man because he had a demand. So I don't know. It's just, I'm not more concerned about her personality because, I mean, I just kind of felt like, okay, listen, just pick up some underwear, you know, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, I'll tell you what, if he's just in a position where he's just not able to pick it up, it could be long hours, or just like I said, the stores may be closing by time, or maybe, you know how it is. If you're working your day off, you end up like sleeping all day or something like that, then I can understand that. But I mean, that wasn't made clear though, that's what that is. I mean, if he put, hey, I work 16 hours a day, like, you know, what are you doing? Then I can understand that. But just really putting her up there to make it seem like she failed as a wife, I just really didn't like that. I said, let me talk about this and see, you know, because I was thinking, okay, well, what if she said, okay, I'll pick up your underwear, I'll do it, and it's something he don't like.
Or it could be, I would be petty just to be funny. I would buy a character underwear. I know he wouldn't be caught dead in. So next time he's like, why you don't buy my drawers? Because you don't like what I pick up. You don't like. But yeah, I mean, I bought stuff for, we don't have Long Johns down south anyway, but like I say, if they do, we have to order them because we don't get the weather for it. But you know how some people work in plants that are cold and stuff like that, and they have to have it. But I don't know. My husband's never bothered me. He just never said, okay, well, where is it? But because he knows I go shopping a lot, but he just never.
And you know what's interesting, Mo? This is just for the record, for the men. For the men, and maybe they don't know it. Somebody didn't tell them. Maybe they didn't have a role model. Maybe they didn't listen because they see some of them seem very hard-headed. When you start complaining about your wife, just arbitrarily off the cuff about stuff that to regular everyday people is like, really, really, dude, you know what that's saying? You're opening up a very, very bad rabbit hole that would make the negative entities think that something is wrong and something is not right in your marriage, and because you're complaining about something that you're a grown behind man, and you mean to tell me this is what you're talking, this is your conversation on YouTube? So you have just said that either, number one, you're unhappy, number two, you're talking about your wife, and number three, you have just now ruined your relationship because you have just put that stigma, and now people are thinking, she's not happy, he's not happy, because they're talking about underwear on YouTube. So let me see if I could. You listen, folks think, and they start to thinking, and they start to go into places, and it's just not necessary. Be mindful of men and women when you be telling your information about, especially your spouses. Don't you have a relationship with the Most High? First and foremost, go to the Most High. Pray about it. Y'all pray about it together. Get together. And if you want to then share it with people later on after y'all have gotten over it and gotten through it, then you can do that.
Yeah, because it could. I didn't think about that either. I didn't think about it could just be something that was old that he was revisiting or anything, and that could be. I mean, it could be something they got over, and he's like, "Yeah, let me put this up here so it won't happen again." So you just never know. It's so many ways to look at it, but I just kind of, when I first saw the comment, my first thing is, this man is babied. He's like coddled. He's babied. He may come from a situation where, and I don't mean no disrespect to anybody with a single parent home, but in most single parent homes, the mom tends to really, really baby the son. And then when they start getting into relationships and marriages, they expect the wife to baby them like the mom did. So it's kind of like, okay, you don't have to worry about underwear. Mama's going to take care of it. She didn't like what she saw in the wash. She gonna make sure you have some drawers. But I just kind of felt like when you grow into an adult, you just have certain responsibilities that you have to take care of, and personal needs is the main one. I mean, I wouldn't expect my husband to buy deodorant, because if it is, he probably would just let me walk around musty and be like, Mo, you might want to take care of that. Just joking. Other than that, it's just, to me, it just came across like, this man is baby. Because I'm just kind of thinking like, look, if he had some serious complaints, text message would have been a whole lot longer. So
exactly. Yeah.
So.
This is good. This is really good. I like that. This is a great commentary, and it's also a lesson involved as well. So thank you, Mo. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me, because not having me, but just talking to me, because I appreciate the open dialogue. Because like I was telling some people in Miss Khadijah Reeves live, I was like, listen, I'm open to different opinions, because I said, okay, we can get some men in here and maybe they can talk about it, how they feel about it. And Proud came in and said something, but I was kind of looking for one guy. I was looking for him to come because, in the chat, he had a difference of opinion. And I was like, oh, yeah, come over here and talk about it. But I think he probably thought I was going to kind of rake him over the coals or something. But, I mean, it's not like that over here. So, I mean, he'll be all right.
Well,
playing
you know what?
Room full of women. He playing smart.
Exactly. You know what? Here's the thing. This is 2022. This is the year of the reckoning.
Right.
And that means in ancient language, in ancient times, the reckoning meant the year of the settlement. The things that people used to say and do to keep control over people, they're not going to be able to do it anymore.
Right.
It is not, I don't know if you remember, but people just have their ways of the lines. I always say, what's your best pickup line? And some people will say certain things, and I'm like, that's get out of here. That's your best. Now my uncle, he'll say, he'll go up to someone, he'll say, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. And I'm like,
I would just laugh because it's just so it's not. He trying to pick you up, but you end up like giggling at it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, really, bruh, it's too okay. But and we can laugh at it, and then you move on. But there are certain things that people use. There's certain, the man is supposed to do this, and this is what it says here, and it's the control thing, and people are not going for it anymore. I can read the Bible. I can get it, interpreted, reinterpreted it, from various languages, and I can find out myself what stuff means. Honestly speaking,
right.
Okay,
right.
And so. And also what's important to me may not be important to you, but when we live here as neighbors, especially where I live, in a new place, in a new establishment, we're all neighbors. We pick up our trash. We do for each other. If anybody needs anything, those are some of the things that we're looking at as far as being most important. So people just know that we're in the year of the reckoning. All of those things that people used to use, those lines that people used to use to try to scare you. Oh, you're gonna, if you don't do this, this is what's gonna happen to you. The young people are looking at you like, get out of here. Go somewhere with that. And I appreciate some of it. I do appreciate some of it. I do. But for the most part, come on, y'all. We can do better. We can be better, and we should, especially when the Most High said that we were the stewards. And so I take that very seriously. And I just hope and pray that everybody live their life, and it can be very much balanced. That's why I love vegans. I love vegans. You know why I love vegans? Because I like steak. Exactly. You see how that works? You see how that works, Mom? Because you see how that works?
Yeah.
I love vegans. I tell them all the time, oh my goodness, you're a vegan? What can I get for you? And they're like, you're a vegan too? I said, absolutely not. And they're like, really? Really? I said, I want some steak and some ribs. Give me, that's what I want.
Right.
And so I'm just saying that in jest, but I'm just saying that God is so great. He's so great to all of us. And the life he gives us is so precious. 2 arms, 2 legs.
Right.
It's so much that most of the time I'm like, you know what I thought I was going to complain about. Yeah. It's not even worth complaining about.
It's petty. I mean, it's really petty. Then, I mean, of course, imagine like this man like hounding her for that, and she goes out and get into an accident or something. You just never know. You just never know.
There was a song back in the day. Remember, I forgot the name of the song. It was a video made, and the girl and the guy, they were in the car and they were yelling and screaming at each other. And it was, one of those songs that everybody knew. I forgot it, Mo. And I know you would know when I say it. And she got out the car. She started walking. She just got out the car, started walking, and then he just drove. He then turned back around, and guess what happened? When he turned back around, he got hit by a truck and died.
Let me see. That was two videos that was done like that, and it was I remember this was the one I'm thinking about. Could be different, but this was a lady, and she was singing about like the end of a relationship or something. It was something like that, but in the video there was arguing. She got out, and he turned around and got hit by a truck. It was like he was head on with an 18-wheeler.
Right. It was head on. Yes. And then she had like
was it Melanie? What is her name? Was it Melanie Fiona? That's probably wrong.
I don't remember.
All I know what I'm thinking about. I know she was a small frame girl and she could sing her heart out. And
yes.
you don't hear from her anymore. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I just saw the video maybe about a month ago, and I was thinking to myself, like, are you, you know, you, like you said, here today, gone today. Like, let's stop tripping, y'all. Let's stop playing. And just enjoy what the Most High has given us.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
With each other and time and just, you know, I'm out of that complaining stage. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna do it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not either. I'm just like, whatever I can do for myself, I can, because who knows if the time comes and I'm not able to go and able to do, you know, I'm kind of one of people, as long as you're able-bodied, do for yourself. Because like my parents are like up there now, like they're older, some people great grandparents. So my dad is like, what, 80, he just turned 84, and my mom is 74. And my mom is like, I'm not gonna harass nobody. Whatever I can do for myself, I can. The only time that she'll actually get slowed down is what is that she can't eat? Is it codfish or tuna? Anyway, it's one of them, and it triggers her gout. Because I know one day she forgot about it. She's crazy about tuna or something like that. And I remember one day she fixed it, and it did not hit her till she ate the last little bit. And boy. It was like, wow.
Yes, so that seafood will definitely get that it sort of it instigates the whole gout situation, and it's not a good one.
It was bad. I was like, dang. I mean, I didn't even know that. For one thing, I mean, it was like, it's kind of different now because women having gout. It was always, anytime you heard about gout, it was always a man. It never failed. It never failed. And it was just like, just watching her need like assistance to make it to the bathroom. Like, she'll go, that's fine. But it was just making it up the hallway and coming back. And I'm just like, hey, wow.
Stuff like that makes you you're like, wow, I take for granted that, you know? And yeah, because that gout was what they call a rich white man's disease.
Right.
They call it King Louis the 16th. You know, Marie Antoinette, those two. He had gout, and it was very interesting because it was always the seafood that set it off.
Right.
But now women are getting gout as well. I have a couple of friends that I know now who are on the onset of gout. Mo, seriously.
Wow.
Yes. They started an organization. So I'll let you know about it because they started an organization for women, you know, women with gout.
Right. Okay. Well, hit me up with that because I would love to know more about that. Because I mean, I know for me, I've never, you know, she's the first woman I know that actually had to deal with it. I was like, what you mean gout? She's like, yeah, they told me that, you know, I have gout now. And because I know at the time she started complaining, it had been raining a lot. And so I kind of thought it was a little arthritis thing trying to kick in. Because, I mean, because like I say, she's able-bodied. She do everything for herself. But, wow. It was that tuna. Because I remember growing up, she tuned us to death. I was so sick of tuna. What we eating? Tuna pads. I'm like, nah, that's all right. So now she's gotten older, she can't have it. And I said, Mom, it's a blessing in disguise because we sick of tuna. We sick of it. It's time to let it go. So, yeah.
Say all of you are sick of tuna.
I hate tuna. I hate it. I mean, now I've seen people fix some stuff and it look good, but then it hits me, it's tuna. So I just be like, nah, I'm good. Just like bologna. Everybody's crazy about bologna. I cannot. I'm so burnt out. When I was 6 years old, we went to town with that bologna. I'm sick of it. To this day, I'm 40 years old. I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand to watch nobody eat it. I just, You know, we come home like from school or whatever, and, you know, she fixed, like, sometimes she fixed French fries because I've always been crazy about potatoes. But she would be like, okay, we'll go fry you a piece of bologna. She watched me, of course. And I'm like, and you press a little middle down. That was all cute at first. But then I looked up and I said, dang, this all I'm eating? You know, until she get ready to cook. I'm just like, bruh, come on now. Oh, it's bologna today?
Girl, I love some bologna.
I just can't. I can't do it.
And that's really interesting how when you're younger, that's all you eat. But then when you get older,
Right.
you're like negative. I do
Right.
not want that ever
Right.
again in life.
Because I mean, I used to wouldn't go near like Brussels sprouts and asparagus and artichokes and all of that. Now I love it, especially spinach. I used to stand spinach either, but now I kill it. But like bologna, I'm
Okay.
just, man, y'all still eating this stuff? Like, what is this? You know, No, we never did Spam. Now, I mean, my mom has talked about Spam when she lived in Detroit, but she said she ate it a lot. But
No.
I've never had it. I wonder what it
That's
tastes like.
interesting.
I wonder what it tastes like. Is it pork?
It's pork.
It's
It's pork.
Mystery meat in a can. That's what that is.
Listen, it is. It's a mystery because you don't ever freaking know what it is. Just unless you put it in there yourself, you do not know what it is.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah, I do not like liver. Forget it. I'm not doing it.
I don't like liver either. I can do without that too. I don't know how people eat it. Now she loves livers too, and my husband, he's not gonna eat that. My dad will eat it, but it's got that little weird taste to it. I just
Yeah, and you know what? But check this out, Mo. Since we've been in this little thing, I don't know if you will have it there, but chicken wings have been very expensive here.
Goodness, don't even mention chicken wings. It's ridiculous. The 4 pounds was like, at least here, I think 4 pounds in a bag was like 14, 15. I mean, that's what for us. And chicken thighs are still cheap here. Because, I mean, we can go up to the grocery store and get a pack of chicken thighs for like maybe $2 and some change. Maybe $2.22. But I like the wings and the thighs, but it's just that the wings are ridiculous. I mean,
it's very expensive. But you know what I like?
What do you
like?
Quail. I never had it.
OM.
Because I want to try a quail egg. I want to try that because I know a lot of people say it's good.
Oh my gosh. I love quail. And I didn't know that I was eating it. But then a friend of mine was like, you got to try, you got to try this. And so I was like, when I tried it, it looked like chicken to me. So I was like, well, what was it that you wanted me to try? And then she was like, you ate it already. It was the quail. I was like, that was chicken. What? And it was, of course, she made it great, but it was very easy. It didn't take too long, and it was like a little hen. Like a little hen. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you know what? Like I do remember about the quail egg. I do remember that. Now I've never had quail, but I don't know. I don't know if my mom's had quail or dad. They old school. They probably had it all.
They probably had it.
Squirrel, rabbit, all of that stuff. But yeah. You might have to go deal with that. I mean, if that don't become a hot commodity and it gets too high.
And then a couple of weeks ago, we had some duck because we went to the Chinatown here in Philly, right?
It's too greasy.
And I said, no, ma'am, Pam, I can't do it. No.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, no, it is too greasy. And I'll ask them where to get the ducks from because I don't see any ducks around in Philadelphia. I know where there are ducks, but they're not in Philly. So yeah, we had a little issue with that whole conversation. And I was like, I'm good. I'll just take some vegetable fried rice. I'm good.
Right. Yeah.
I was. I'm fine. That's okay.
Because I mean, the way it tastes, it makes you think it's something else instead of duck. I'm just like, well, it's too greasy. I mean, I believe it's duck. I really do. It's just that I don't like it. I think even if you were to season it up, it still wouldn't. I think you ain't supposed to eat everything. Just because it's alive don't mean it goes in your mouth. That's how I see it.
There you go. I agree with you.
Just like with the, what do you call it? What is that? It's not alligator. What am I thinking about? Cause somebody, I think it wasn't snails. The octopus. Because I know some of my cousins tried that, and I think the way they had it, it was like fried. It was on a stick, and I was like, "Yeah, put that back. Just put it back in the ocean." It just looks like something that'll get in your throat and get lodged. You know what I mean? It just looks like Mm-mm.
I mean, well, they got suckers. So I mean, I don't listen.
Right.
I'm It's okay.
Like it just
It's
get
all
right here and just refuse to come out.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Right, no.
I'll pass.
Mm-mm.
But she put some hot sauce on it, so I guess. I mean, whatever. What do you call it? Is it calamari? Is that what they call it? Calamari?
Well,
Something like that.
calamari isn't that calamari? Isn't that dolphin?
I think I want to say. Let me Google. Let me see calamari. I want to say it's like an octopus or something. Let me see.
Oh no, mahi is dolphin.
I would never. Dolphins are so cute.
No,
It's squid. Calamari is squid.
Okay, see, so yeah, squid, octopus, they're almost in the same family, except squid don't have the eight arms.
I wouldn't eat that crap either. I would just starve.
Oh, okay, so calamari is squid.
And this is no. I'm looking at the pictures and this ain't it.
No, ma'am.
This might have been what they had instead of octopus then. I think it was this calamari. Good God Almighty. I wouldn't eat this. Origins: Turkey, Spain, Italy, and Greece. Wine pairing. Okay. Bouteille style. Chardonnay.
Yeah,
I bite my fingernails while I food with this stuff. That's
Oh, and you know what's in? I like to watch the pimples. You know how on YouTube they have those pimple popping YouTube clips.
But I know a lot of people who love it. I'm like, I can't.
I am addicted. I'm addicted. But let me tell you, I've noticed that those people are those people that they eat those foods.
Right.
And I don't understand how they can be, their skin can have that many craters in it. I don't understand that.
Yeah. You know, I wish I would love to show this person's picture, but I really don't want to put them out like that. But there's a guy in my neighborhood. His skin is awful. It's just like that. I mean, all I know, this is all I know. Okay. All I know about it is I remember when we were like kids, he was real conceited. He thought it was really cute and he had really nice skin. And then I know puberty hit and he started getting these pimples. So, you know, no one thought nothing of it. It's just coming to age, whatever. So, right. I looked up and I know he thought it was grown. So he started smoking and drinking. And I think it had something to do with it. I think it affected his skin some kind of way because he went to the dermatologist. And from my understanding, they gave him meds to take or something like that. And they told him that if you take this with, you know, alcohol and he's trying to smoke and drink and all this, that it would really backfire on his skin. And his skin looks awful. He was taking the medication, but he was smoking and he would have these little spots until his face just looked awful. Then, I mean, and so I asked, you know, a relative about it because we're not related to each other, but we're related, well, to the similar person. And she was like, that's what's going on. But then the people in the neighborhood were like, nah, that's voodoo and all this other stuff. And I said, it can't be. I said, it can't be. I said, it really can't be. I said, I think that this is an allergic reaction if you smoke and drink. I don't know. But if you see his skin, I may just have to blot out his eyes or something and just let you see his skin. It is just awful. It is awful. If you see him, you would think he's an old man and he's got to be at least 38.
No.
I'm gonna try to find a way to send it to you, but I'm gonna block out his eyes because I don't want to, you know, set him out like that. But it's bad. You're not gonna believe it when you see it.
No, really?
It's bad. It's real bad. Let me go see. Can I screenshot this? But yeah, yeah.
Hey,
and I'm
Sylvia.
And I'm thinking, hey, Sylvia, blessings to you too. Let me see. Can I find this thing here? I have to email it to you. You're gonna be like, no, and he really looks bad.
See, I can't. Skin. Look. No. How did somebody kiss him?
If you see it, you're gonna be like, look, it's bad. It's real bad. That's the best I can tell you, is that it's bad. It's real bad. I wish I could block out his face. Goodness gracious alive. Let me see. Shoot, let me see. Can I zoom in? Well, there's a lady on the photo. Good Lord. Let me see if I find one by itself. Come on now. That picture's not clear. See, he took a picture
and
with
he's
this.
he's way past puberty. He's 38 now. He didn't. What happened? What is the?
All I know is he had these little balls, and then he went to the dermatologist and all that good stuff, and they told him, I mean, if you don't take care of yourself, then this is gonna backfire, and he didn't care because I mean he was addicted to smoking. So it's just goodness gracious.
Is he married?
I know he's dating someone. See, I see the picture of him and the lady, but it's just I was trying not to show her.
Right.
So the one that's the clearest is her and him. And let me screenshot this. I'll just do it that way, and maybe I can just kind of get her out of there. Let's do it that way.
Terrible.
Let me see. Can I
trying to kiss somebody like that? I can't do it.
Let me see. Can I zoom in? And I'm see, can I do it that way? And let me see. See if that'll help. I'm gonna try to cover his eyes the best I can. Hold on. Let me see. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. Can you see it? Oh, my fingers in the way. I think. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hold on. It's not. I'm trying. Hold on. Let's see. Should be the total opposite. Can you see his skin a little bit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yo, what? Wait. Is that? Wait, I see his top and I see the side.
Yeah. It's worse. It looks worse than that in person. It's really bad. I don't know. Maybe it was a curse for being conceited or something. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, he really had some really good skin, and he realized the girls liked him, and he just got really bad. And one day he had this little bump, a little sore. It was some kind of little, because before it turned into that, it was boils. It was like that.
Right.
He went to the dermatologist, because I mean, you think about it, that's like a young boy, maybe like 12, 13, and they start having skin issues like that. I mean, it's understood to just, hey, take him to the dermatologist, don't play around with the doctor, because who knows what this is. And he was trying to sneak and smoke and do all this other stuff. And, I forgot what they called it, but they just said that if you are taking this medication, don't do that type of stuff, because it's going to have allergic reaction. It's going to affect your skin. And he didn't care. I mean, he was so addicted to like the little Black and Milds and sneaking and getting cigarettes from the older men and stuff, and it tore his skin up.
Tore it up. See there? There you
fight me to this day. That's voodoo. He broke up with some girl, and I said, no, that cannot be. I mean, arguing me up and down. I said, look, I mean, I'm not doubting the power of it. I'm just saying that ain't it.
Some things, come on now. Yeah, people be
right. Yeah,
they blame
every girl, and I'm like, okay, because he had a lot of girls chasing him and stuff, and I said, I don't think so. I said, I'm listening to the family member who actually was in the room with the dermatologist. I ain't studying all that other stuff. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just for the show, I mean, I remember seeing like a first couple of episodes, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna let that go. But I know a lot of people who love and enjoy that show. They have to watch it. Oh yeah,
I watch it all the time, but I notice who it is, and I'm like, see, and I'm thinking there's a correlation with your diet as well. So just gotta be. I'm so into collagen right now. I do my collagen stuff, and I only do it like 6 months out of the year, just 6 months. And then I'm good. I just do certain things a certain amount of time, and then I give myself a break from it, let it, and then let it absorb into your body, get out of your body, and then put something else in it. But yeah, the collagen is the fountain of youth, and it is because it really helps your tendons and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm not.
Hold for 1 second. 1SP. Thank you for all that stuff you sent me. I got to do a review on it. I haven't forgot about it. I know it's been a minute, but I hadn't forgotten about it. Okay. Hey, I'm back.
Yeah. And were you able to utilize the what do you call it? The thing that I sent you?
Darn it. I done forgot about it. I forgot all about that. So I need to go back and check my old emails and stuff and kind of place my
What I'll do is I'll send it to you again on Monday.
Is it feel good or what?
Yeah. I refreshed it. Okay. Because the month of February, because Black History Month is February, they automatically have sales and all that good stuff. So
Right.
that you can't use the digital gift card there then.
Right.
Now that the sales are over, I revised and I refreshed everything. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
I'll send it again.
I really truly appreciate it. So I'm gonna probably look towards that CMOS stuff because everybody's been talking about how it has great benefits and all this other stuff. So I could apply it to that. That would be cool, or whatever.
Or you could apply it to the shea butter, really.
Yeah. Either one. I mean, hey, I take it. I'm not really being, picky about it. So yeah.
There's the sea moss. The thing with the sea moss is that is so organic that you have to make it yourself. So if you want to make it and do all of that, God bless you. I go somewhere and I have somebody else. They make me my jars of sea moss.
Right.
And then I just take it from there. I'm not trying to boil it. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. And I have a girlfriend of mine here that makes peach sea moss. And let me tell you, it tastes, you just want to eat the whole thing. Just eat it. So my mother loves it. She loves it. So, the peach sea moss is very, very good for you. That's what I use. And she does some other ones. But the shea butter is really like the shea and the oils and everything are the absolute best. You're gonna trust me when I tell you, when you get that shea butter, you're gonna be like, OMG, because it's the smell of it is not like any other shea butter.
Right.
Nice. Actually, I'm gonna send you a couple more. So just when I send you this one on Monday, that's the one. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Because I kept saying I'm gonna order, I'm gonna visit the website, I'm gonna do all this, and it's like time just got away from me. I mean, it really did. It just got away from me, and I hate that because you remember all this stuff I was supposed to come out with. Where is it? I don't know. That's how behind I am. Everything I am.
That 1 hour we lost really did something for me because I'm telling you it. I'm like, wow, I was so tired. I couldn't believe it. We just lost an hour and it felt like a whole day almost. So
yeah, it made a big difference. I mean, because it really, and that's what I hate. I hate when we lose that hour because it just throws everything off. It everything, and I cannot stand it. I mean, really, because it makes me feel like, whenever time goes up, it makes me feel like I'll never get anything done. I feel like I'm super behind. I can't. I just
just 1 hour. I'm like, gosh, what in the world? So I'm gonna let some other folks get, climb on up and get a chance to chat with you. Thank you so much.
No
it's
problem.
Always a pleasure, Mom.
I appreciate you coming here. I always appreciate you coming here, and everybody else too. But I really appreciate it.
All right, everybody have a great weekend, and talk to you later.
All right, take care.
All right.
If anybody else want to come up, if you just made it in, we were talking about should the woman, the wife, buy the man underwear, and does he have the right to fuss and complain about it? We've been speaking about it for like quite an hour. I was kind of opposed of the man making it the woman's responsibility. And I also read some comments where a lot of people were like, no, that's the least she could do. He's doing ABC 1, 2, 3. So if you guys have a difference of opinion, that's fine. I welcome it. I mean, like I said, if I'm wrong, just show me where I'm wrong. I'm all right. The only person I want to think that I'm always right is my husband. So we're not going to tell him if I'm wrong about something. It's going to be a secret. But Other than that, if is there anybody else want to come up? Because I know it's time has gotten away from us. So, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not doing anything anyway. I'm just kind of chilling today. Husband pretty much gone on a picnic with his friends, and I'm just chilling, just me and the cat. And I ran him out of here. So, if anybody else want to come up, I mean, there's a link. There's a link, so it's up there, just in case. So. I'm trying to see, can I go back and do that screen share? Oh, let's see, can I find it? I'm gonna go back to like my Facebook or whatever and try to see, can I pull up those comments again? I think this is, yeah, this one. I know I'm showing my page, but that's all right. Let me see. Here it is. Let's see. If it'll pop up, you know how I am with AT&T and the internet. And by the way, do y'all know that even before I came on here, I was so mad before I came on here because y'all know I always have my rounds with AT&T or whatever. And do you know they actually tried to overcharge me like an extra $126 on my bill between January and February. And I literally had to go back and forth with them for like 3 hours strong about my stuff. Then I to end up, how they hire the foreigners and stuff like that. And they did pretty good, but it was like certain parts they didn't understand. So they kept transferring me over and over. And it was a pure mess. So it was a mess. I was so freaking mad because I'm always having to deal with them. So yeah, it was just a mess. But I'm going to try to scroll down and see, can I go back to that doggone, yeah, 1SP. They what it is, it's he's got some friends that are co-workers, by the way, and they decided to do like a little barbecue or whatever. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna go, but I just let him hang out with his friends. I don't really, I mean, there's nothing wrong with his friends. I just don't hang out with them like that. Ever since I lost my best friend, I kind of been to myself or whatever. So he's been kind of barking at me about coming out of the house and hanging out with other people and other friends. And I'm like, yeah, not right now. So I just kind of let him have that. So, but that's supposed to be what? Smoking some meat and smoker and all that stuff. I just told him, just bring me back a plate. So I'm fine with that. I mean, you probably gonna be helping to grill and smoke meat and all that other stuff. So I ain't got to cook if he bring back a plate. So I cook, but I ain't really that. I'll just, if I can get out of it, I will. I'm trying to scroll down and see, can I find this comment? Here we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I was kind of reading a lot of opposing comments since I didn't have anyone to actually come in and say, no, you're wrong. As a wife, you're supposed to do da-da-da. So I still didn't get that. So I was kind of reading some opposing comments. See, what in the world? Did I back up? Who is this? I don't know how I ended up on this later page, but I'm finna get off of it because I'm not trying to. Get off my page, lady. Now let me go back and scroll down. Okay, here come AT&T tripping. Okay, that's Miss Chrissy. That's the pretty lady that's over this blog. I gotta find this stuff all over again, and I totally hate this. I hate it. I hate when I lose my spot because I mean this is pretty on down. This is pretty far on down the timeline, and I don't like that. I should have just took some screenshots and just made it easy on myself, but no, taking the hard way. What in the world? Okay, wait. This is probably it. I'm gonna scroll back up. Just give me 1 second because I think this is it, and I'm just kind of. Come on now. No, that's not it. I think that was her fussing about somebody calling her a pygmy. I don't know too much about that. I don't know what that's all about. Because like I said, it's been a minute since I've been to this latest blog, so who knows what all's being said. But I just happened to just stroll by and I just saw this little comment where this man was mad at the wife for not buying the underwear, and she's pretty much telling him, hey, look, this is your responsibility and that you should just get the stuff too. So So he just said, "Oh, I talk about it when we get home," and I'm just kind of sitting here like, I mean, I'm just looking at all the good things that she could be possibly doing. Miss K, if you have a difference of opinion or you just want to give an opinion, period, feel free to come up. Okay. I want to read one of the comments, and that is not it. Because I see an argument with someone saying if they desire you, then where's your husband? Now, I'm not finna be in that woman business like that. Now, I'm not gonna do that. Like I say, people, last time you really came to this blog like this, people just always kind of made mean comments towards her. So I don't know what that's all about. I think it's got something to do with masculine energy. Look, I don't know why this thing is running away from me. Y'all know I had this pulled up this whole entire time. And I was reading the comments. Everything was all good. I think the ghost of AT&T is coming for me because I was really giving them the blues for like 3 hours. So I think they're playing with me. What y'all think? Y'all think they're playing with me? I don't know. But if I don't find it after so long, I'm going to just let it go. Because like I said, this further down the timeline. And, honest to goodness, I just kind of feel like, this is your responsibility to make sure that your personal needs or personal products, or I just say, like I said, underwear. He complained about not getting underwear, socks, long johns, and I think that was all. And he just kind of felt like, okay, well, if I need this, I'm putting this responsibility on my wife. And the wife is like, wait a minute, like if you're the provider, provide yourself with some draws. So like I said, he's mentioned something about, hey, we'll talk about it when we get home. And who knows how the conversation went. But I just kind of feel like, one thing about being an adult, not necessarily a man or a woman, but just being an adult is just being responsible. Be responsible. You're not going without soap. You make sure that you're clean. You're not going without deodorant. You're making sure you're not musty. I did say musty, but musty. So I mean, what's wrong with getting your own draws? It's just that some things if I can get for myself, I will. If I'm bedridden or, God forbid someone has COVID and they need underwear and stuff like that, then, I don't see nothing wrong with going out and getting it, but just throwing it on that wife, like it's your responsibility. Like, oh, like this is your mom or something, like that's not going to work. That woman's your wife. She's supposed to be a helpmeet and all this other stuff, but there's no way if she's supposed to be a slave, and there's no way that she's supposed to be, making sure that you have, she's not really wrong for making sure you have underwear, but I just kind of feel like making it a hot demand, like you want a hot meal, you want the kids taken care of, you want the house clean from top to bottom, and you better buy my drawers. It's just, I just take care of it yourself. You're a man. So, you don't get to stop being a man because you have a wife. That's how I see it. But anyway, since no one else wants to come up, I dropped the link and everyone's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just call it a night. Thank you for everyone who came to my live. Blessings to everyone. Talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.